Hey, Sean Schemmel, we need you to go ah in the game. Sean, could you go ah for us? It's me, Goku! I think I can see... Yep, please don't interrupt me. So we are gonna have to grind a little bit. Because I think we're right on the cusp of being strong enough. I think we're probably a level away. I think, like, the maximum level you're able to go to in this is, I would assume level 30? We also have no health. We just got cooked 7 ways to Sunday on our health just being completely destroyed. I love that the herbs are not stat-based either. So the stronger we get, the herbs affect us, and it will continue to fill our health 1/4 no matter what. But yeah, the guys that we're fighting, I think their XP is like 10,000 per drop. So it shouldn't take an exemplary amount of time. I think that's not the word I'm looking for. An exaggerate amount of time, but we'll figure it out. Ah! But yeah, I figure our best move has always been that if we are going to play, you know, a bunch of Game Boy games, that we try to do a variety of Game Boy games, and that's why we're doing, what's that called? Resident Evil Gaiden after this. Because Gaiden will be very different in gameplay compared to this. From what I remember, it is similar to, like, the movement system of this, which is, like, top-down. You're moving around the inside of a ship. It is a Game Boy Color game. It is not a GBA game. I think, realistically, one of the smartest moves Capcom probably could have done was remake it into, like, a better thing, but it'll be a turn-based, kind of a turn-based action RPG, from what I remember. It's been a very long time since I've played it. I own a physical copy of it, of course. And, I'm looking forward to it. Might start coughing at some point, you know, just deal with it. Hey, Raz. I received some herbs. You're haunting me? That's nothing new. Everybody's haunting me these days. All the ghosts are sticking around these days. Yeah. Did you get your new VTuber yet, Raz? Or are you still waiting on that? Still waiting a long time. Yeah, you're gonna, unfortunately. I would have told you about the girl who did mine. She probably could have made a pony that, like, does all the stuff mine. It would have cost you, like, not much. Not nearly as much as what, like, most people charge for VTubers, because it's a hot commodity market, and, you know, people are getting while they're getting still good before, like, VTubers fall out of favor and it becomes something else. I think, like, in general, I just view the VTubers as a better representation of, like, who I am as a person anyway. My actual self, you know? Like a persona, really. I get a $5 headshot for a profile pic off Twitch to tide me over while I wait. Yeah. That'll be good. What's our XP looking like? 200,000? Okay, we're getting there. We'll level up soon. So one of the this guy particularly is like really strong. He hits hard. He's not. The amount of cheesing that they do with the XP is insane. Or with the. Nice. Emotes are from Prince Whatever's. I know you've been really into him lately. You got all his a bunch of his albums and stuff like that. When I bought Saint Pepsi's albums, I bought a cassette tape from him. They sent me like stickers and like a whole other album, like a whole other cassette with it. And that was awesome too. Like, in general, like, if you're really cool with those people who make music and stuff like that, they'll always support you. Like, Saint Pepsi was extremely nice and sent me, like, extra stickers and stuff. He was just like, you know, the bros know what they're doing when they send you that stuff. Like, Vaporwave dudes are really cool. So there was a Vaporwave, I guess Pokewave album that I bought called Pikachu Noticed the Weed. I pre-ordered it through Bandcamp, and I never got a copy of it. Like, I waited, I think it was like almost a year just so that I was like patient, you know, because it was pre-order, and it never came, and I messaged them way after the fact. Like, hey, I never got Pikachu Noticed the Weed, but here's my order. Do you guys think you could ship me one? You know, here's proof that I bought it. It was supposed to come, it never did. Would you guys please, you know, would you guys be able to send me another one? And they were like, oh, yeah, hold on. And, like, in, like, 2 days, another cassette of Pikachu Noticed the Weed showed up, you know? And I waited a long time. I always do that. Like, I always give people, like, an extended benefit of the doubt when it comes to, like, albums and stuff like that. Oh, I lost so much XP when I died. There we go. So it's that one dude, the really weird looking alien dude. But it was like, they were really cool. I forget which company that was. I can check really quick if you're... Bandcamp. Pikachu. Noticed the Weed. So here's the album. Interesting. Huge link, I apologize. But it's by Photoshop Co. And they were, like, putting them out and everything. I pre-ordered the album. And actually got the physical cart that came with it. I still buy stuff from these guys occasionally. Though Photoshop, this particular company, like, I don't think that they always put out the best albums, in my opinion. They do, but they don't always. You know what I mean? There are other company albums, or, like, album signing groups on Bandcamp that put out better ones, in my opinion. Like, stuff that doesn't just sound like we took a chiptune and we slowed it down, you know, like, there has to be more to it. Like, Death's Dynamic Shroud is an example. They have an album called C-Punk that I really, really wanted to get, and I can't get it. But I bought one of their other albums for like 40 bucks. And it stands to become extremely valuable because Death's Dynamic Shroud doesn't put out a huge number of albums, but they're like they're like a popular group. They're like Anamanaguchi. You know, it's like, if you can get Anamanaguchi on vinyl, you know, the resale value alone is a lot. They actually made a video game, that Vinny streamed. It was like a weird open world, like, explore and stuff, like, basically a preemptive, how do I put it? A prerequisite to Broken Reality in a number of ways. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who made Broken Reality was incredibly inspired by Anamanaguchi's album, or game that they made. But it's so cool. But yeah, after this, once we finish this, we probably still have a ways to go, but once we finish this, we're gonna start Resident Evil Gaiden, which is a Game Boy Color game, which is a Resident Evil RPG. Supposed to be pretty dang good, I hear. And I vaguely remember it. I have that bad habit of, like, about 90% of the games that I played as a kid, I didn't have the attention span to complete. Look at that. Nice. So if we just keep fighting that one particular dude, and maybe these guys too, I don't know. Most of these guys we can just one-shot. Oh, we did save before we hit it, though. 52. Wow, 50. So these are the guys that we're gonna... I was watching, I guess I finished what would technically be, like, the first season of Dragon Ball. And it ends with, like, Goku turning into the giant monkey, you know, and everything. And then, like, they escape from Emperor Pilaf's castle after destroying it. It was extremely fun to watch those last few episodes. Then, like, Yamcha and Bulma fell in love and were, like, in a relationship. Like, we don't need the Dragon Balls anymore. It was, like, a very abrupt, like, off-screen, sudden romance thing that kind of happened. Like, you could tell, like, Toriyama probably wanted the story to go on with, Yamcha and Bulma's relationship in Z. And it kind of sucks that it didn't. That it didn't have a little bit more playtime, but, like, the first 12 episodes, you essentially get the vibe that it's a full season of Dragon Ball Z. Oh, okay. You know, alright, I just watched, you know, the first season of Dragon Ball. It's great. I really liked it. I was impressed with the experience that I had with it. Overall, really, really fun experience. Very funny. And, like, Goku's now flying back to Master Roshi's place to be trained. Bulma, Yamcha, Puar, and Oolong, or Elon, as that game I played last night called him by accident, are all flying back in a capsule flying ship, essentially. And they're working, they're like going back to the city or whatever. But then, in the next episode, they crash the ship. So, they're essentially, like, crash landing. They're hearing screaming in the woods, and they're freaking out. And it pans over, and it's Krillin. So we get the introduction of Krillin. And, that within itself is pretty funny, because Krillin's, like, like, a lot of Dragon Ball is extremely funny. Like, it's meant to be played out as this, like, comedy. You know what I mean? Like, it's meant to be funny. There are serious moments to it, because Toriyama's intention was to make Dragon Ball be, like, a joke. And the game I was playing, Bulma's Adventure, they kept calling the Dragon Balls Dagon Balls. And Dagon is like an HP Lovecraft demon, and I was wondering, I'm like, okay, why is the game being, you know, why is it that the creator is like misspelling stuff so much? Like, what's up with that? Why is that happening? It seems a little weird, because there were other instances where it wasn't Dagon Balls and it was Dragon Ball, and then Oolong's name was Elon, and then it was Olong. You know, back and forth kind of repeatedly. Like, the names were changed, or the names would, you know... The names would be different, you know? And I thought that was pretty funny, overall. It's just those little things you notice. When you're playing a game that's not developed by an English speaker entirely, and they translated it, like, on the fly with, like, Google Translate or whatever, and it's like, oh man, I wish he would, like, have let me, you know, rewrite the dialogue for him. One thing that is rather funny also that I realized was it's an entire exe file as well, the game. Like, it's a whole exe. That's it. Like, you're not, at no point when you're playing the game do you have, like, access to the game files, which is, like, a staple of RPG Maker. People can usually, like, open up RPG Maker and steal, like, your sprites, or steal, like, your noises or your music or whatever with RPG Maker. He had a full EXE, and I'm still kind of confounded and even dumbfounded as to how he did it because of that. And I'm, like, sitting and I'm like, man, when the heck do I get that? You know, how do I get my game to launch as just a raw EXE and not, like, all the files with it, like a self-contained EXE that does everything? Because it bugged the hell out of me that I have to have, like, this huge folder, like, it, you know, and his game was only 300 megabytes, you know, but his game's also extremely short. I tend to, like, write everything to be, whenever I write, like, I write a lot, because I'd rather give people too much to read than not enough to read, you know, because that's, like, too much is a disappointing kind of something, but not enough is, like, extremely frustrating, you know? Like, excess isn't necessarily always a bad thing when it comes to writing. I'm just hoping that with the script that I'm writing, I'm gonna be able to kind of... People will be able to read it, go through and be like, well, this doesn't make sense to this. Like, this... Wait a minute, you know... This doesn't really... Like, why is this here? You know, what's with the side plot here being about this? Why are they talking about this? Like, I'm gonna be able to have people edit the script this time, so that I think a lot of issues are going to go out the window and we'll have a more solid script to follow. I wrote about 5 pages so far, which is a lot for me. A lot of it is also, like, game document stuff. Now, a lot of people, when they, like, they talk about game design documents and stuff, they're always like, oh, yeah, just, you know, write a quick, like, little description of, you know, what you want, have a little drawing of it, you know, just so you have an idea. It's like, I don't really need to do that, because everybody knows what RPG Maker games look like. I'm not developing a brand new, you know, game, but I saw the strength in it, and the strengths in doing so for other games. So I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to do that and have it come out. Oh, we're max level. We can't level up anymore. My god, we hit max level, chat. Unless it's, like, glitched. We grind to the top and now we're here! I believe in, like, Legacy of Goku, you start out at, like... In Legacy of Goku 2, you start out at, like, level 30, so it makes sense for Goku to kind of be, like, locked out at 25. But wow. This is just gonna be us picking up herbs now before we advance to the top of the ship. Like, we're gonna fly on top of it after this, and all that stuff. I don't really have to worry about anything, because everything's kind of running away from me at this point. Yeah, look at that. So we're continuously collecting HP at, like, a voluminous level. I got some herbs. I got some herbs. Solar Flare still is, like, the most OP move to have, despite it, like, stunning the enemies for a very short time. So now, we can take this. You can pop this. Hey, Gohan's in here. What's up, Gohan? Dad, Frieza's on his way here. Get into the rejuvenation chamber, Kakarot. Frieza will be here soon. Hey, do you like my new armor? Not bad. We got re-equipped in the armory. You need to rest in the rejuvenation chamber. Frieza will be here soon. I could fly through that hole and practice on those henchmen a little more before I take on Frieza. I don't need that. We're max level, Goku. We can't. There seems to be just enough power in this rejuvenation chamber for one. I should use this rejuvenation chamber if I'm strong enough to beat Frieza. After this, there's no turning back. Okay, save. We have max sensu beans, max everything. There's even... Okay, there's stuff here. Goku, good luck! Thanks, Kid Kai. Now that you have your friends... Now that your friends have wished Piccolo back to life, the Earth Dragon Balls are back. Mr. Popo is collecting them so that we can wish everyone that Frieza killed is back to Earth. Namek is unstoppable, Goku. Namek is unstable, Goku. You must defeat Frieza and escape before it's too late. Oh, alright. Now, what kind of Frieza are we gonna end up seeing in this battle? What do you guys think? Okay, we're getting this Frieza. So this is the little monkey who seeks to spoil my plan. After I put you down, I'll find another way to gain immortality through the Dragon Balls. I cannot be defeated. Ha ha ha. Ooh, yeah, he hits hard. Oh, okay. Congratulations, Saiyan. You've actually pushed me to my next form. Prepare for a true battle. You know, I'm gonna... Yeah. I have to be so careful, guys. The signal has been sent. Help is on the way. He's gonna beeline it to us. I'm gonna pick these up so that I have them. I'm gonna try to save the sensu beans because I feel like this is gonna be a long fight. Gonna pop one of these. I have become a master of the controls of this game. Don't you guys think? Oh.
Wipe that smirk off your face, monkey! My third form is far more powerful than this one. Behold!
I always loved Frieza's, like, I guess we could call it the Frieza Xenomorph form. Because, like, it was, extremely cool looking. It's the one time Frieza actually looked like an alien and not like a random person. Ah, fuck. Damn.
I'll see you later, guys. I'm dead!
Here we go. We do seem to have, like, that exploitable, like, ability with... We have to play it really safe. We have to use this, we have to use the solar flare more. Oh, okay. So he's not gonna dip out of tier 1 as fast. I wonder if it's timing based to a little bit. But yeah, we're maxed out, so there's no going beyond the level we're at now. I'm a little disappointed that they don't give us Kaioken, though. I guess they didn't, like, want to have it be way too complicated in design. Or, like, too complicated. But Goku had Kaioken at this point, and it would have been nice to just get, like, that 1.5 extra, you know, strength to be able to take things on, even if it, like, wasn't a level or a energy draining, like, situation. So we're gonna pop this right here and then talk him, and run away from him. We're gonna stun him, punch, run, stun, punch. Now, we have to be careful. When we stun him, we have to be kind of close to him. Because there's no other way to kind of, like, get the hell away from him. So we have to... Yeah, see? Yeah, Solar Flare is going to be, like, our best friend in this. Which is funny to think about, but Goku didn't have Solar Flare. It was Krillin and Tien, I believe, that knew how to use Solar Flare. At least that was their, like, big thing in, like, I think it was, like, a Dragon Ball thing specific. Goku can use it? He can use it, but I never thought he was taught it. Like, I've never seen him use it. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. But that may be due to me forgetting, you know? And that's a whole other beast and a half. I'm scared of, like, fighting Frieza at that higher tier, though, for real. I guess he's gonna have to kill Krillin relatively soon, so if anybody who, like, really loves Krillin doesn't want to see him die again... How often does Krillin die, actually? He dies... Because he died in Dragon Ball, didn't he? Like, he was killed by Piccolo, actually, in Dragon Ball, if I remember correctly. Hey, guys, don't bother helping me, your dear old dad, fight Frieza. I believe in a thing called love. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Chance we can make it now. Here I can tell the sun goes down. There we go. We're gonna... There we go. Oh, what a fucking segue.
I'm impressed. It looks like you'll be the first to witness my final and most awesome form. Do you realize that now you will not win?
Don't listen to him, Goku! You can do it!
I've had enough of your mouth, little one.
Uh-oh. How dare you, Frieza! You pushed me too far! Now, I've become a Super Saiyan! Your time here is at an end!
Super or not super, you're taking your last breaths, monkey. This planet is breaking under the stress of our battle. Die!
Your speed increases. Please let there be something here. More herbs, please. They're not gonna be here. They're not gonna be here. Oh, they are. Yes! I don't have to lean on sensu beans yet. On the final battle, I'm like, oh, there's herbs, thank God. Let's save really quick too, if the game's gonna let us. Where did Frieza go? We're definitely not any stronger, by the way. At least we don't feel like it. Like the lightning, like, crashing everywhere, though. That's super cool looking. I'm gonna try my best not to die, though. We still... I think in... Wait, what? Trying my best to channel my Goku voice earlier while I'm sick. You guys can't say that I don't put a lot of effort into, Oh, he's dead.
At least I die knowing that you'll go with this planet's destruction.
Live or die, I can rest knowing that your evil stops here. We beat him. Oh my god, look at that FMV they put in here. Holy shit. You know what's really funny? Like, I'm convinced when Goku was fighting Frieza, he was hitting, like, a whole other level of Super Saiyan we never saw before. The evil tyrant Frieza was defeated at the hands of Goku, the legendary Super Saiyan. Back on planet Earth, Goku's friends used the power of the newly restored Dragon Balls to wish all of Frieza's victims back to life. Goku! Thank you. Now, on Earth, the Namekians are now on Earth, without a world of their own. Wonder what their future will hold for their people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We did it. We did it! We beat Legacy of Goku! That is a game that plagued my childhood because I was crap at it. We beat it, guys. Max leveled Goku, max leveled
Smash.
Everything. Made our way through it. We kicked ass, we took names, and we're on top of this one, baby. Oh, we did it! Yes!
Beautiful.
Beautiful! Oh, that makes me happy.